Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Good
Uh,
afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Divyanshu. Are we audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, great. Divyanshu, can you tell me the significance of today? That is 5th October 2023.
Sir, I'm not sir.
Okay, and uh, like in India, we are starting up the World Cup, ICC World Cup. It's starting today. Okay, so we do have a good significance today. Okay, starting off. Can you tell me about yourself? Can you tell the panel about yourself?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have done my schooling from DAV Public School. After that, sir, I have done my engineering in computer sciences. And post that, I have worked as a software engineer for about a year. And after that, I have full time started preparing for civil services preparation. And sir, my hobbies and interests include piano playing, singing, driving, and watching movies and series.
Okay, Divyanshu. Uh, Are you aware of some of the e-governance initiatives that Haryana has taken over a period of time?
Yes, sir. Sir, there is an initiative called e-grass for the people of rural India, where people can access government services online.
Okay,
Yes, sir. And there is also initiative in under which the chemical composition, and nutrient composition of the soil is uh, posted online, for which the people and farmers specially can access and manage their fertilizer input accordingly.
it is called what?
Sir, I do not know the name exactly. I've just cannot recall the name of the scheme.
Okay, totally fine. Uh, okay, I'm putting you into a situation. So we call it as case study. Yes. So you are a DESP posted in Nu. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and recently Nu faced communal riots and all the law and order chaos. It was
Yes,
there. Can you tell me four or five things that you need to ensure on T minus 1 day? You understand T minus one?
yes, sir. The day when event
Before.
happened, the communal clash, before 1 day before that.
Yes. So before that, you know that this will happen. The chaos
Yes,
will
sir.
be there. And you are given every machinery, every state machinery that is possible. People that you require, SIs, you require inspectors, constables, every state machinery that is under you around, like from Noor, from Gurgaon, Faridabad, you have that. Can you tell
Yes,
me
sir.
four or five things that you need to ensure to make sure that law and order maintains?
Yes, sir. Sir, my primary concern would be to avoid any violent incidents and any loss of life and property. So, um, since I'm certain that there will be event of such magnitude, so I will try to first of all ensure that public messaging is there. Messaging to the public is there that certain such and such incident might occur, and they need to be very cautious about that, and they need not be um, under any influenced by any communal or hatred message which might be circulating on social media and other SMS or other platforms. And secondly, sir, I will try to ensure in the areas specifically which are in the new district itself. I will map out the areas which are particularly vulnerable to such incidents, and I will, in drastic measure, I will impose the curfew in such areas in order to ensure that people do not do not congregate and resort to violence and arson. And at the same time, I will also ensure that public services delivery are not hurt in such scenario, and people are provided necessary uh, essentials for themselves. And sir, also I will connect with the religious leaders of the area of both the communities which are at odds with each other, and I will ask them to persuade the masses in order to let go of their communal hatred towards the other party. And
Okay,
in such
Divyanshu.
a way, sir.
Would you consider yourself a team player or a team leader?
Sir, I consider myself as one among the equal among the team, so I consider myself as a team player,
Okay.
and I consider it as one of my strengths as well.
So you are a team player, but in every each and every solution that you gave just before, you mentioned, I will do this, I will do that.
Okay. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So you have to take care about that as well.
Yes,
You have to be consistent about your answers.
yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So your option is sociology.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you give me the theory of suicides given by Durkheim?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So Durkheim studied suicide from not from a psychological point of view, but from a sociological point of view, and he said that suicide is not an individual phenomena; rather, it is a social phenomena which does not occur from any mindset of an individual. He says that there are social currents in society based upon the level of integration and regulation. So, if in a society there is a less regulation and less integration, people are more prone to commit suicide. He also, sir, puts a classification of several parameters, such as religious parameter. Like he considered that Protestants are more prone to suicide rather than the Catholics, because Catholics are more integrated via the Catholic Church with the society. So similarly, he says that the people who are married are less prone to suicide because of the family providing emotional support to the person, and bachelors are more prone to suicide.
Okay.
Sir, similarly, along the sex lines, he says that males are more prone to suicide because of more responsibilities, and females are less prone to suicide. So, sir,
Okay.
accordingly, yes, sir,
Can you extrapolate this theory over what is happening in India, where youth suicides are increasing?
yes, sir,
Can you extrapolate this theory over
yes,
there?
sir. Yes. So, sir, in Indian society over the past some time, there have been fast-paced modernization as a result of globalization of the Indian society. So because of that, there have been reduced integration of the people, especially the newer generation, with the society. And the rise, we can see that in the rise of nuclear families. And so that has led to lesser pillars of support for the individuals. And in the time of emotional and psychological barriers, people are prone to suicide. So secondly, because of higher capitalistic tendencies and the individualist uh, uh, achievement orientation of the society, there are more and more expectations from the people, from the children, students. And when one is not able to stand up to that expectation, so then suicides are bound to happen in a society like ours.
Okay. You worked in one of the technology companies,
Yes, sir.
Newgen, you mentioned there,
Yes, sir.
as a software engineer, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what do you understand by IPO?
IPO.
IPO, yes, initial public offering.
Okay. So, sir, IPO is the when a company first time opens up its shares on the share market for the public to invest in that. So that is called an initial public offering.
And why I'm asking this question, you must be aware of that as well.
Sir, I'm not so much aware.
Newgen
Yes, sir.
recently, last year,
So,
released their
sir,
IPO.
sir, Newgen has in 5 years back started, I think, IPO.
Yes. No,
Yes,
no,
sir.
not IPO, not 5 years back. It was pretty recent, not five, but yeah, you are there. So
Sir,
yes,
when I left the job, so there were planning for Newgen for the IPO. So I
yes.
thought that at that same time they might have gone for the IPO. So, sir, there
Okay.
is, yes, sir,
Okay,
lack
it's
of
okay.
information on my
Now
part.
coming to the point, you were software engineer there.
Yes, sir.
You must have bagged good enough of the money and salary that you must be getting there.
Yes, sir.
So why civil services? What will civil services add to it? Your uh, stature.
Yes, sir. Sir, when I was working as a software professional in the news and softwares, so sir, definitely the money and everything was good, no doubt. But sir, there was no sense of fulfillment which I was getting in the job. When I used to go to my work every day, I used to from via my office bus. I used to see pavement dwellers and peoples in juggies around on the en route to my office. And when I used to sit on my desk, I used to think that the work I'm doing on my laptop is not benefiting people of the society. It is just a software which is helping the some corporate, some bank, some industry, and not the people. So, sir, that's why that lack of fulfillment in the job led me to leave my job. And sir, regarding civil services, I consider it as a dynamic job. which will help me in bringing change at the grassroots levels,
Okay.
and which will also help me in bringing that self fulfillment which was not in my previous job.
Okay, can be succinct about this answer, and can you please give me two such departments or such areas where you want to bring the change?
Yes, sir. Sir, first of all, I will want to bring change in education in Haryana, because, sir, I believe that education is the most important tool to bring change in society. Also, in areas as you asked about Nuh earlier. So in areas such as Nuh, there are very few private schools, and mostly people are dependent on the government schools. So I would want to make sure that the government schools are at par to provide the knowledge to the students, and the availability of the teachers are also relevant in such areas.
Second.
So secondly, I would also focus on the reproductive health of the females in Haryana,
Okay.
and because Haryana is a patriarchal society, and in such a society, I would want women to be more empowered regarding the choice of they must be having a say in family planning, and which can also improve the sex ratio of the state.
Okay, Divyanshu, thank you, sir.
Okay, Divyanshu, I'll like to start with that you were saying that you want to bring change in education system.
Yes, sir.
So you will let us suppose that you join as an SDM.
Yes, sir.
So initially, for around 8 to 10 years, or you will be promoted as IAS in 15 years or some time of that time span. So
Yes,
it
sir.
will take at least 25 years for you to reach that level where you could affect the policy making, because mostly as an SDM or as a deputy commissioner, you are like executing the policies, you are not in the framework kind of thing. So don't
Yes.
you think that lateral entry would be a better option for
So
you?
for myself,
Yes, because you want to bring the change in education system. Initially
yes,
I don't think so, beyond your particular district or your domain where you will be working, you will
yes,
have that amount of authority to bring the
yes.
change.
Yes. Sir, I think that only change cannot be bring from only policy making. I think policy execution is equally important. A country like ours have very good laws and policies, but the issue lies in the implementation aspect as well. So, as a lower level bureaucrat initially, I will make sure that whatever area is under my jurisdiction, that is improved in educational parameters. Also, sir, government is focusing on aspirational block programs. Earlier, there were aspirational district programs. So the focus area is on smaller levels to improve those areas which are at micro level backward in a lot of parameters. So, sir, I think I will be making a valuable contribution in bringing educational change at that level also.
Okay, what reforms have government brought with the new education policy?
Yes, sir. Sir, with the new education policy, the government first of all have brought the early childhood care and education (ECCE) under the right to education. With that, sir, the children from 0 to 6 years of age will also have the right to free education. Also, sir, the government has at the school level, the government has changed the system from 10 plus 2 to 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 system, which will make the system more integrated and holistic. And sir, at the higher education level, there are credit mechanism the government has brought for because of which the people can, if for some reason they have to stop their education midway, they can resume it later on, and their credits will get accumulated. Sir, at the research level, the government has increased the have vowed to increase the research spending.
Okay, I'm
Yes,
stopping you. Just tell me 2 points which you did not like about the new education policy, or you want that government should have a recheck on that. Can you mention one or
yes,
2 points?
yes, sir. Sir, I think that the goals have been set too far apart. The education policy goals of 2030. I think there should be in timelines for the implementation of all the things. Also, sir, the promotion to foreign universities in India, I think it would not be equitable to the society, as the rich and the wealthy section of the society would be able to access it more than the poorer sections, the foreign university courses, as obviously they will be costlier. So, sir, these 2 points I would say that I didn't like in the new education policy.
Okay, you are a software engineer.
Yes,
So,
sir.
and you have some of the skills that a software engineer has. So,
Yes, sir.
how will you use those skills to perform your task in civil services with more efficiency?
Yes. Sir, first of all, I would be increase like to increase the efficiency of the present current up running the e-governance initiatives of the government that are on the ground level. Also, sir,
How will you
the
increase the efficiency? My question is, how will you increase the efficiency?
yes, sir. So, sir, I will recognize that if there is any digital lack of digital literacy in my department, the government departments, who are the first people to use those digital devices, and secondly, the people who are the beneficiaries of the same. And sir, also being a software engineer, I would also be recommending the uh, relevant softwares, maybe some open source softwares which the government could use in place of the purchased ones, which put burden on the exchequer. And sir, in areas such as the PDS shops where point of sale machines are either not there or are malfunctioning, so I would be more perceptive of that and will ensure that such is available at every PDS shops.
Okay, fine. Coming to your hobbies, now you have a hobby of driving car and a bike.
Yes, sir.
So, like you go for long drives or something that sort,
Uh,
or what kind of?
sir, yes, sir. Sir, not too frequently because my academic background didn't allow me too much liberty of going for that. But whenever my family and us go to some outstation, so I like to drive the vehicle. Similarly, sir, whenever I am out with my friends on birthdays, etc., so then I like to drive the vehicles.
Okay, don't you think that driving car and bike, having a hobby, or in future if you will be having ample amount of time to invest in your hobby, don't you think you will be contributing to the pollution?
Sir, as I already said, that I do not specifically go for drive purpose. So whenever I have to go from point A to point B, at that point of time, I like myself to volunteer for the drives because I like to drive. So, sir, in my future endeavors, if I am posted in Haryana in some capacity, so I would try to sometime drive from point A to point B by myself and not the driver provided by the government.
Okay, who is your favorite contemporary singer?
Sir, I like Arijit Singh
Okay,
and Sir Kailash Kher.
okay,
Yes,
okay. Tell me that how this, like your optional is also society.
yes, sir.
Songs reflect the changing patterns of the society. So can you
Yes, sir.
tell me that how the current songs that we or the contemporary songs, how are they like reflecting the changing dynamics of the society?
Yes, sir. We have seen in the past few decades that there have been increased item songs in the movies, and this reflects the objectification of women uh, in the society, and also this objectification has increased with the social media. Um, so, sir, that is one aspect of songs reflecting the society, sir. Secondly, I would say that more and more songs are on heartbreaks and things like that. So it also reflects the growing aspiration of the youth towards love marriages and love aspect of their life. And in contrast to the earlier aspect when arranged marriages were the norm. So, sir, these two things I think are reflective of the songs on social
Okay,
society.
can you sing some song or can you give me example of some song like
Okay, sir. Sir, any of your preference?
no, my not my preference because it's your hobby. So
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. कैसे मुझे तुम मिल गई, किस्मत पे आए ना यकीन, उतर आई झील में जैसे चांद उतरता है कभी, हौले हौले धीरे से, गुनगुनी धूप की तरह से तरन्नुम में तुम छू के मुझे गुजरी हो यूं, देखूं तुम्हें यादें सुनो, तुम हो सुकून, तुम हो जुनून, क्यों पहले ना आई तुम, कैसे मुझे तुम मिल गई. Sir.
Okay, good. Okay, I'll ask my last question.
Yes, sir.
Recently, there has been a debate on one nation, one election.
Yes, sir.
So, what are your views on it?
Sir, one nation, one election were the norm in the country since till 1967. It was not based upon any constitutional provision or any law, but it was like that since the initial elections held on the same time. Sir, in the present times, the one nation, one election is being put up as something which will reduce the cost to the exchequer and which will reduce the barriers to the developmental works of the government, as well as the job postings of the teachers and other government staff, which is frequently shifted here and there. But sir, my view is that the elections of state and national level have different issues of state as well as nation, and simultaneous elections, as they call it, will somehow uh, will eclipse the state issues in some cases. Also, sir, the it multiple elections helps in ensuring the accountability of the government, and this the issue of simultaneous elections also pertains to the fact that government can be dissolved anytime if it loses the support of the lower house. But when the simultaneous elections would be there, this accountability of the government to the lower house might get diluted. So sir, I think proper stakeholder consultation must be there so that accountability also not get reduced, and the exchequer cost and other issues are also taken care of.
Okay, thank you, Divyanshu. Over to sir.
Thank you, sir.
Divyanshu, I want to ask one question, obviously. Do you have like Haryana or Haryanvi background?
No, sir.
No, none at all.
No, sir. So my mother used to belong with from village from Rohtak, but ancestrally she didn't. She was not born and brought up in Haryana, but
Okay.
ancestrally she
Have
was
you
from.
have you heard about Ragnis?
Sorry, sir.
What are Ragnis? Rag.
No, sir. I've not heard about it.
Okay, thank you, Divyanshu.
Thank
We'll
you so much,
take
sir.
a few minutes. We'll come back to you
Yes,
for
sir.
feedback. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Should I leave?
No, no, no. Stay there.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Are we audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Divyanshu, more or less, I think you are a very good candidate for the interview.
Thank you, sir.
You had the apt knowledge that is required. Your answers were logical. Okay, you had good command over your hobbies. It reflects that you are into those hobbies. Those are not superficial in nature. One thing that I would like to note is that just slow down the speed with which you are speaking,
Okay.
because the slower you speak, the more confident you look.
Okay.
Because sometimes some kind of anxiety is getting reflected on your face because
Yes,
you
sir.
are speaking fast. So
Yes, sir.
tone down a little and stay more relaxed.
Okay, sir.
I think from my side, that is the thing that I want to mention.
ओके यस दिवांशु तीन या चार चीजें हैं पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव्स दोनों ही बताना चाहूंगा
Yes,
नेगेटिव्स
sir.
वाले नेगेटिव्स भी ऐसे नेगेटिव नहीं है यू हैव टू इम्प्रूव इट यू
Yes, sir.
कब है इंटरव्यू कब है 9th 10th और 11th 10th को
Ninth, ninth.
9th को ओके फर्स्ट डे इटसेल्फ ठीक है
Yes, sir.
सो द रीजन वी टुक थोड़ा ग्रिलिंग वाला प्रोसेस भी था लंबा भी इसलिए था क्योंकि टाइम बहुत ज्यादा होगा इनके पास इंटरव्यू पैनल्स के पास
Yes, sir.
मल्टीपल इंटरव्यू पैनल्स हैं इंटरव्यू ज्यादा है नहीं है ठीक है
Yes, sir.
सो दे विल टेक लॉन्गर ड्यूरेशंस टू एंड योर इंटरव्यूज नॉर्मल हमारा ये इंट्यूशन है होना चाहिए लंबे ही चलने चाहिए कम नहीं
Yes, sir.
होना चाहिए 10-15 मिनट में नहीं करने वाला है ये
Definitely,
तीस
sir.
चालीस वाले इंटरव्यू होने वाले हैं सभी के
Yes, sir.
सभी ठीक है सो देर इज अ थिंग कॉल्ड इन फटीग ठीक है, फटीग आ जाता है पहले क्वेश्चंस में और आखिरी के क्वेश्चंस में, ठीक है।
yes,
दैट इज नॉट देयर इन योर केस एटलीस्ट, ठीक है, कि पहले वाले जिस कॉन्फिडेंस में तुम आंसर दे रहे हो उसी कॉन्फिडेंस में आखिरी जाते जाते तक भी यही वाला बढ़िया तरीके से दे रहे हो, ठीक है। कॉन्फिडेंस इज मेंटेन्ड, आंसर्स आर वेरी वेल वर्स्ड, सही है। जो नॉलेज बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस हैं दे आर वेरी वेरी गुड, वेरी वेल प्रिपेयर्ड। जस्ट वन थिंग कि जैसे सोशोलॉजी का कोई भी क्वेश्चन आता है, यू ट्राई टू पाउंस ऑन इट कि ये तो मेरा मेरा फील्ड है, मैं तो इसको अच्छा तरीके से करूंगा, ठीक है।
yes,
तो व्हेन आई टॉक्ड, व्हेन आई आस्क्ड अबाउट सुसाइड्स एंड अर्कायम, यू वर इन दैट टोन कि मेरे को मेंस का आंसर लिखना है इसका बड़ी जल्दी से, ठीक है।
yes, sir.
ओके, सो यू जस्ट हैव टू काम डाउन, आराम से, हमें सब कुछ। आर वी कनेक्टेड? नहीं, उसके एंड पे नहीं है। डिस्कनेक्टेड है उसकी साइड से तो पक्का।
हम्म, वो नीचे।
Audible?
वेट,
चलिए थी,
योर वॉइस इज ब्रेकिंग।
sir, am I audible now?
Yes, yes, you are. Your screen
Okay.
has frozen, but yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Yes, sir.
Are we audible to you?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, yes. So we were talking. You don't have to just pounce on it. Just think over an answer जो कि पता भी है ना आंसर, तब भी उसमें भी थोड़ा टाइम लीजिए, आराम से बताइए। टाइम हमारे लिए ही टाइम है, सामने वाले के पास भी। वो पैनल तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू लेना है और किसी का नहीं ले रहा है उस टाइम पे ठीक है, तो
Yes, sir.
जस्ट गिव
ठीक
सम
है.
टाइम, थोड़ा 30 सेकेंड 45 सेकेंड, जस्ट वेट फॉर इट, टेक सम टाइम। टेल द पैनल जो तुम बिल्कुल क्रिस्प तरीके से बताना चाहो। इधर उधर फ्रिंजेस पे बहुत जा रहा था सवाल का आंसर काफी बार।
Okay.
ओके, तो जहाँ पे है थोड़ा सेंटर्ड रहो आंसर्स को लेके। ओके, एंड स्विच इज गुड। जब भी तुमसे कोई सवाल पूछा जाता है एंड वो किसी और डायमेंशन का होता है या और नेचर का होता है, यू स्विच इट वेल, ठीक है। व्हेन आई आस्क्ड अबाउट द आईपीओ थिंग, you switched well. When sir asked about singing a song and then switching back to simultaneous selection, you switched it well. So that was decent. That was very well. Even. Okay. The things you can improve is read about government schemes, हरियाणा गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स, रीड सम जीके अबाउट इट। एक महीने
Yes, sir.
में जो भी स्कीम्स न्यू आई हैं, न्यू पोर्टल्स आए हैं, दे माइट आस्क यू दैट, क्यों सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर
Yes, sir.
है तो सभी चीज़ें
Yes,
पूछी जा सकती हैं। दे कैन आस्क यू
yes, sir.
न्यू technologies, open sources that you talked about, ठीक है। सो वन ऑफ दैट दम इज जमाबंदी पोर्टल, देर इज लैंड रिकॉर्ड्स जो कि ऑनलाइन पड़े हैं, सब चीज़ें पड़ी हुई हैं। तो सभी ऐसे
Yes,
ऐसे
sir.
4-5 चीज़ें, जस्ट प्रिपेयर देम और क्रिस्प याद रखना उनको, ठीक है।
Yes,
देन यू हैव टू रिफाइन योर आंसर्स, थोड़ा कम बोला जा सकता है काफ़ी क्वेश्चंस के अंदर। यू आर गिविंग लाइक 100 वर्ड और 150 वर्ड दे रहे हो, चाहिए 50 वर्ड है। जस्ट गेट जस्ट एक आंसर दो, स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड आंसर दो एंड जस्ट गेट आउट ऑफ इट, बस दो और निकलो, दो और निकलो, ऐसे वाला है। बार बार चेंज करोगे तो बहुत डिफिकल्टी हो जाएगी, एंड यू गिव मोर टू द पैनल। वो उसमें से बात की खाल निकालने वाले हैं, वो वाली बात है, वो आगे और पूछने वाले हैं
okay.
उसको। तो जस्ट का कीप काम, आराम से एक दो तीन पॉइंटर्स जो भी देने चाहो। ऑल्सो व्हेन आई टॉक्ड अबाउट द केस स्टडी दैट आई गिव यू, उसमें यू हैव टू बी वेरी श्योर अबाउट द हायरार्कीज कि आप क्या क्या चीज़ें कर सकते हो। अब आपके पास अकेले के पास ये मादा नहीं है कि कर्फ्यूज इम्प्लीमेंट कर दो लार्जर स्केल के ऊपर। देर इज पर्टिकुलर जुरिडिक्शन जहाँ पे आप कर सकते हो, या कोई ड्यूटी मजिस्ट्रेट या एग्जीक्यूटिव मजिस्ट्रेट है उसकी पावर्स के साथ में डीएसपी अलाइन करके वहाँ पे कर्फ्यूज लगते हैं, ठीक है। एट द सेम टाइम इंटरनेट शटडाउन की बात की है, इंटरनेट शटडाउन वगैरह हम अपने एंड पे नहीं करते हैं, वो होम डिपार्टमेंट सेंटर वहाँ से होता है, सेक्रेटेरिएट लेवल का काम है। तो नो द हायरार्कीज कि आपके कैपेबिलिटीज में क्या है, आप क्या कर सकते हो। आपके पास जो भी इक्विपमेंट्स हैं, आपके पास जितना भी स्टाफ है, उसके पास सबके पास लाठियाँ होनी चाहिए, सब कुछ होना चाहिए, गन्स होनी चाहिए। दिस यू कैन इंश्योर ऑब्वियसली, ठीक है। यू कैन इंश्योर द चेक पॉइंट्स होने चाहिए हर जगह पे, अलग अलग चीजें हैं, इंफॉर्मेशन डिसेमिनेशन बेटर तरीके से हो, दिस यू कैन इंश्योर, ठीक है। तो जस्ट नो द हायरार्कीज कि तुम क्या कर सकते हो, एंड एज अ टीम डोंट से आई, ऑलवेज से वी इन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, चाहे तुम इंडिविजुअली कितना भी कर पाओ, जस्ट दैट।
Yes, sir.
एंड यू हैव डन वेल यार, ठीक है, मेरे हिसाब से तो बहुत अच्छा था इंटरव्यू। यू कैन आस्क एनी क्वेश्चन इफ यू वांट।
सर, हरियाणा जीके का पार्ट मेरा थोड़ा वीक है, तो
यस,
उसके लिए मतलब मुझे कितना पढ़ना चाहिए अभी कंसिडरिंग की एज कम है?
अभी सिंस 4 ही दिन रह गए हैं, सो यू कैन जस्ट रीड अबाउट द स्कीम्स दैट आर इन इन प्लेस, नेसेसरली द ई गवर्नेंस स्कीम्स स्पेशली। 4-5 स्कीम्स ऐसी हैं जो कि तुम्हारे को बिल्कुल ऐसे हों, एक तो लेटेस्ट हों और जो फ्लैगशिप टाइप हैं एक तरीके से। ठीक है, मेरी फसल मेरा ब्यौरा वाला हो गया। देन ई गिरदावरी इज देयर, ई क्षति पूर्ति पोर्टल, क्योंकि अभी फ्लड्स आए थे तो ई क्षति पूर्ति पोर्टल इन्होंने बनाया है। ठीक है, अभी पिछले 2 हफ्ते में
यस
ही
सर।
लॉन्च हुआ है, सो रिसेंट है ये सारी सारी चीजें। तो जस्ट गो थ्रू, सीएमओ हरियाणा का ट्विटर हैंडल है, गो थ्रू दैट, उसमें अनाउंसमेंट्स हो रखी हैं अलग अलग तरीके से। जस्ट गो थ्रू दैट, उसमें
ठीक
हर चीज आ जाएगी आपके पास। या जस्ट हरियाणा जी के लिखोगे, सिंपली भी लिखोगे, तब भी काफी चीजें उसमें आ जाएंगी। ठीक है, क्योंकि बजट आई वोंट रिकमेंड, क्योंकि बजट को भी काफी टाइम हो चुका है, इट्स एन इलेक्शन ईयर। एंड इलेक्शन ईयर में
यस सर।
ये हर महीने ही बहुत ज्यादा चीजें लॉन्च कर रहे हैं, जस्ट टू स्टे
हम्म।
रेलेवेंट। तो वही वाली बात है, तो नॉर्मल न्यूज यू कैन रेफर ऑलवेज, बट 4 या 5 स्कीम्स लेटेस्ट, थोड़ी सी, थोड़ा सा 1 लाइन या 2 लाइन में पता हो उनके बारे में। डोंट ब्लफ देम कि तुम्हें हरियाणा आता है, लाइक आई आस्क्ड यू कि कोई हरियाणा का बैकग्राउंड तो नहीं है, बट यू स्टिल लेड ऑन लेड मी टू योर मदर बीइंग फ्रॉम रोहतक, ओके, दैट मेड मी आस्क यू अबाउट द रागनीज, ओके। तो डोंट गिव, हल्का सा भी, अगर नहीं है तो नहीं है, अगर नहीं आता तो बिल्कुल नहीं आता है, कोई कुछ नहीं कर सकता। अब नहीं हो तुम यहाँ से, क्या कर सकते हैं उसका, कुछ नहीं कर सकते। ठीक है, दे कांट। बट इफ यू ट्राई टू स्टे रेलेवेंट हल्का सा भी, कि चलो इनको प्लीज करने के लिए, हम खुश करने के लिए एक आंसर बोल देते हैं, तो दैट विल बैक बाइट यू। वो ऐसा वाला है कि वो दे कैन टेक द होल इंटरव्यू टू दैट मोड, कि तुम्हें नहीं आता है
हम्म।
कुछ हरियाणा के बारे में, तो यू कांट डू दैट,
राइट राइट।
वो ये कांट अफोर्ड दैट। ठीक है, और कुछ?
एक आप थोड़ा
यस
गुड़गांव के रिगार्डिंग देख लेना, गुरुग्राम के रिगार्डिंग,
यस
बिकॉज
यस
इट इज द
यस,
इमर्जिंग आईटी हब दैट,
टोटली टोटली यस।
उसके रिगार्डिंग आप थोड़ा मतलब देख लेना कि हाउ इट इमर्ज्ड एंड हाउ।
थोड़े स्टार्ट्स वगैरह भी अगर हो सके तो वो भी देख लेना, कितना परसेंटेज
हम्म।
कंट्रीब्यूट करता है, क्योंकि हरियाणा गुड़गांव सबसे ज्यादा कंट्रीब्यूट करता है जीएसडीपी में। आईटी एंड आईटीएस सेक्टर पूरा पूरा है वहाँ पे। जस्ट रीड द परसेंटेजेस फ्रॉम इकोनॉमिक सर्वे ऑफ हरियाणा, अवेलेबल ऑन द साइट्स,
हम्म।
सभी साइट्स में पड़ी हुई है। थोड़ा जस्ट रफली नंबर ले लो, बहुत ब्लैंक नहीं, ऐसे डू दैट।
ठीक है।
यस।
और सर मेरा इंटरव्यू जैसे आफ्टरनून सेशन में है, तो मुझे वहाँ पे मॉर्निंग में ही पहुंचना होगा
नहीं नहीं, मेरे ख्याल
आयोग
से
में?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, मॉर्निंग वाला तो नहीं होता है, क्योंकि वो सेट, वो अंदर नहीं बैठाते हैं, अंदर बिल्डिंग में नहीं बैठाते हैं, तुम्हें बाहर ही खड़े होना पड़ेगा। तो यू कैन जस्ट गो एंड चेक
ओके।
देयर, सुबह सुबह जाके, मतलब तैयार होके ना जाना, अपने किसी फैमिली मेंबर को, किसी को भेज देना कि क्या चल रहा है वहाँ पे। जस्ट लाइक यूपीएससी इंटरव्यूज की, भाई तुम बाद में अपना जब है सेशन, हाफ के बाद ही जाना, क्योंकि वहाँ पे बैठे रह जाओगे, फिर वैसे वाला काम है, अंदर को कोई घुस आएगा नहीं। अंदर सिर्फ उन्हीं उन्हीं लोगों का करेंगे जिनका एक्चुअली स्लॉट है, तो आगे पीछे वालों को किसी को नहीं करते हैं। लंच वाले के बाद दोबारा से बैठाते हैं, दोबारा से वहाँ पे सिटिंग होती है, एंड द प्रोसेस गोज ऑन।
सर और मेरे जो डैफ मैंने आपको सबमिट किया है, उसमें कोई ऐसी कमी आपको लगी हो या कोई ऐसी इम्प्रूवमेंट जिसकी
द
आपको
द
जरूरत
पॉइंट इज,
लगी हो?
डैफ ना तुमने मेरे को सबमिट किया, बट देर इज अ वेरी ब्लीक पॉसिबिलिटी कि शायद वहां पे पूछे भी नहीं, तुमसे कुछ भी नहीं है, मतलब वहां नहीं पूछने वाला है। वहां पे बस तुमने प्रेफरेंसेस भरी है ना अभी तक, तो बस खाली, और कुछ नहीं भरा है।
ये सर वहाँ पे तो उन लोगों ने कुछ नहीं भरवाया है?
हाँ, लास्ट टाइम भी उन्होंने कुछ भरवाया नहीं एज एन एडिशन में। ठीक है, देर माइट बी अ चांस, अगर
यस
कुछ
सर।
भरना भी पड़ा तो यू कैन जस्ट कट शॉर्ट योर हॉबीज। हॉबीज को 1 या 2 पे कर दो। पियानो यू कैन ऑलवेज बैंक ऑन, ओके। वी हैवंट आस्क्ड एनीथिंग बिकॉज अपने को पता नहीं था कुछ भी, सही बताऊं तो। ठीक है, मेरे को तो नहीं पता था, पर
मुझे भी नहीं
हाँ,
पता
तो
था।
नहीं, हमें नहीं पता था, सो दैट माइट प्ले इन योर हैंड, क्योंकि अगर पूछने लगे तो देन यू नो एवरीथिंग अबाउट इट। ठीक है, बट वी न्यू
यस सर।
अबाउट गेड़ी एंड गाड़ी में घूमने वाला, सो वी आस्क्ड
यार
अबाउट
उसको
आवर।
मेरे हिसाब से थोड़ा अवॉइड ही करो,
हाँ, वो तो
क्योंकि
नहीं
उसमें
लिखना है यार।
नेगेटिव चला जा सकता है वो।
हॉबीज
ओके
थोड़ी
ओके
यू कैन
ओके।
ऑलवेज कम, थोड़ा कर सकते हैं। एंड व्हाई डू यू
सो आई
वांट,
थिंक हॉबीज को मेरे को
पूछते हैं वहाँ
फिर
पे।
सब पियानो और सिंगिंग पे रोक देना चाहिए।
हाँ हाँ।
हाँ हाँ, यस यस यस, सिंगिंग भी। हाँ, सिंगिंग हेल्प्स यू इन इन अ मैनर कि थोड़ा सा टोन डाउन हो जाता है, इंटरव्यू अच्छा हो जाता है, थोड़ा सा इंटरव्यू थोड़ा बढ़िया तरीके से चल जाता है, कि चलो गा गू के चला गया कोई, अच्छा है, उनका भी ईगो सेटिस्फाई होगा, वैसे वाला।
ठीक।
यस, एनीथिंग एल्स?
Disconnected.
यस देवांशु।
सर नथिंग एल्स, थैंक यू।
ओके ओके, यू विल डू फाइन। ओके।
थैंक यू सर।